good coconut. Yeah. Delicious. Long chap, long step. Yes. Help your hand, relax.
It's another AJ little. You strong, you big AJ, but you have another small AJ who, hey brother, please stop. It's another Sasha, send me too.
I very appreciate what Anthony here. Now is my big brother. It's not rival. It's not my rivals. It's not my opponent. It's my partner. It's my brother, AJ.
Who do you think wins that fight? You've boxed both of them twice. You've been...
AJ win. It's future undisputed champion, you know?
Oleksandr Usyk leaks monster training with Anthony Joshua and warns Tyson Fury over AJ callout. Oleksandr Usyk claims that Anthony Joshua has now improved massively, both mentally and physically, after their work together. He warns Tyson Fury that AJ is no longer the same fighter and is ready to dominate anyone. Usyk's tone is threatening, suggesting Fury should think twice before calling out Joshua again, as the heavyweight division is about to shift in a dangerous way.
Good. One more. Long chap, long step. Yes.
Oleksandr Usyk doubles down on his belief that Anthony Joshua would beat Tyson Fury, confidently dismissing Fury's chances and mocking him directly. He suggests Joshua has the power, timing, and mentality advantage, implying Fury would struggle against AJ's pressure and skill set. This adds more fuel to heavyweight rivalry debates and fan arguments worldwide right now.
AJ win. Hey, Greedy Belly. You know? Where is he? AJ beat.
Oleksandr Usyk shows strong respect for Anthony Joshua, calling him a future undisputed champion and highlighting his skills during training. Usyk clearly believes AJ has the talent, power, and mindset to reach the very top again. This praise strengthens Joshua's reputation and adds pressure on rivals like Tyson Fury.
AJ bratan me. My bratan. You know bratan?
Bro, your brother.
Oh, bro. G.
What do you see in Anthony Joshua when you train with him?
You can.
Yeah?
Yeah. Every time.
Okay.
AJ, it's a future undisputed.
Johnny Nelson praises the calm approach of Anthony Joshua, explaining how he refused to be dragged into ego clashes during confrontation. Instead, AJ stayed composed and controlled the situation on his terms. Nelson suggests this mindset separates elite fighters, especially when dealing with mind games from opponents like Tyson Fury.
They do. I rate him for what he did, because most fighters, ego gets involved, thinking this man's not mugging me off in front of all these people. You get up and say blah blah blah, you bite. AJ sat there and he just said, you know, yeah, I'm your landlord. You know, me and you fight, it'll be on my terms. It doesn't matter what you say, what you shout about.
Eddie Hearn reveals that plans are being lined up for Anthony Joshua to fight in July before potentially facing Tyson Fury in November. He makes it clear the focus is not on Deontay Wilder, but on bigger goals. Hearn suggests AJ is willing to take back-to-back elite fights if negotiations stay on track.
After what's happened. And he's ready and he's motivated, but we've got to do it right. The deal that we've been offered, which is to fight in July and then fight Tyson Fury in November, is not with Deontay Wilder in mind. I think the powers that be don't really want us to be in that type of fight.
Right.
We're up for
Would
that
it-
type
I
of
was-
fight.
I was gonna say-
AJ's also said to me, I will fight Wilder, and I will.
Adam Smith praises Oleksandr Usyk for his intelligence and respect toward Anthony Joshua's training setup. He highlights how Usyk recognizes AJ's improvement and strong preparation camp. Smith suggests this mutual respect shows how highly Joshua is rated at elite level, even among rivals and experts watching the heavyweight division closely.
Oleksandr is a clever guy, and I think he likes the fact that AJ went to Gandia with his gloves and his bag and said, help me. No better place to learn. Andy and I have spent time in Gandia. It's an incredible HQ. It's a phenomenal camp, and Usyk is an unbelievable athlete. And he's very wide.
Frank Warren makes it crystal clear that Tyson Fury has already committed to the biggest fights on the table, including the long-awaited clash with Anthony Joshua, but he claims AJ still hasn't fully signed, leaving the whole situation hanging in uncertainty. This raises serious questions about who is really delaying the fight and who is fully ready. Fans are left frustrated as negotiations drag on while the heavyweight division waits for clarity.
Tyson has signed up for this fight. He signed up for the fight at Spurs, which he had, and the next fight's supposed to be against AJ in August, September. That's what he signed for. He has signed up for it. AJ, we were led to believe, has also signed up or was about to sign up for the fight. And
Tyson Fury comes out swinging verbally, brushing off talk of a Wilder comeback and mocking the idea of tune-up fights. He insists he's already proven himself and doesn't need warm-ups after dominating the division and handling big names. Fury's tone is aggressive and confident, showing he still sees himself as the king of heavyweights. But his comments also fuel debate as critics question whether he is overlooking tougher challenges ahead.
I've come back, I've been out of the ring 16 months, coming off 2 losses. He's just had a good win himself and knocked Jake Paul Spark out, done everyone here a favour, yeah? I like Jake, just say that. But listen, he done everyone, give everyone what they wanted, knocked him clean out, yeah? Not me, but everybody else. And now, they're on about, let's do a Wilder warm-up. Why do they want to fight Wilder for? Fight the fucking Gypsy King. Fuck Wilder, he's a bum. I've battered him 3 times. Wilder...
Anthony Joshua opens up about the reality behind his career decisions, revealing that he is not rushing back into the ring without full preparation. He hints that recent personal challenges have affected his focus, but he makes it clear he is not avoiding anyone. AJ insists he will return at 100% when the time is right, showing both caution and determination as fans continue to demand the Fury showdown.
Options, that could be a warm-up fight after what I saw tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. I was just in a serious incident maybe 4 months ago, innit? Do you know what I mean? So I need to really check out what's going on with my return to the ring, you know. So, but I'm here. I'm keeping my eye in the game. There's real stuff happening in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not ducking no one. I know what my job is. I know what I'm here to do. But there's just real stuff happening in my life that I also got to attend to. And once I'm 100%. I'll be ready, 100%.
Max Kellerman points out that Anthony Joshua's comments about taking the fight on his own time could be a calculated negotiating move rather than hesitation. AJ seems focused on timing, mentioning personal issues while still keeping the Fury fight alive in discussion. This approach gives him control in negotiations and keeps pressure on the other side. Kellerman suggests Joshua is carefully positioning himself rather than avoiding the fight, turning patience into strategy in one of boxing's biggest potential clashes.
Anthony Joshua said he would take the fight, but on his own time. After the fight, AJ said he's still dealing with a lot of things, but he'll be ready, guys. And the quote was, as I said, on his own time. It looked to me like AJ was staking out a negotiating position. How did it look to you?
Yeah, I think it was a power move from Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn to say, hey, we're the ones in control. Obviously, they are not, right? Tyson Fury is the cash cow.
Yes, he is. I'm the landlord is what he
right,
said.
Come on, he's the 10th, let's be real. But I liked it, it was a great line. And Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, this is similar to Mayweather Pacquiao. It's gonna happen past when we wanted to see.
Shane Fury warns that any interim fight for Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua is extremely dangerous, as one punch can change everything. He explains that the winner would likely move on to major fights like world titles or even Usyk. Shane also notes how the odds have tightened over time, making the matchup much closer than before. While he slightly favors Tyson Fury, he admits it is a very competitive fight influenced by age, timing, and recent activity.
Because listen,
interim fights for both men, it's a dangerous thing. As you can see in there, listen, it takes one punch. So for me, if it's going to happen, let it happen next. And then the winner can probably go on to do AJ. If he wins, he can probably go and fight the world title. If Tyson wins, he can go and fight Usyk.
How does that fight go? How does your brother?
Listen, if you'd have asked me 5 or 6 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago, however long it would have been, it'd have been 75-25 Tyson. Now it evens up. The odds is evened up. I reckon I'd favour Tyson, but it's a close one. Both men's aged. It's just who's aged most, you know.
Agit Kabayel gives a cautious reaction to a potential Fury versus Joshua fight, saying it would be a huge moment for British boxing fans. He admits he cannot confidently predict a winner, and even says his own predictions are often wrong. Kabayel suggests either fighter could win early, possibly within the first 4 rounds, but avoids taking a firm side. His comments highlight how unpredictable this heavyweight clash is, where power, timing, and experience could decide everything.
This was a good show, you know, for the fans. Yeah, we will see. I think all the fans in Britain he will see the fight. AJ versus Fury.
Who do you think will win that fight after what you saw tonight?
I don't know. I don't know. But my prediction is very bad. I say to you, Fury win the fight maybe in the first 4 rounds. But you see the result. I don't know. Really, I don't know.
Do you think
Dillian White criticizes the hesitation and negotiation talk around the potential AJ versus Fury clash, insisting that both fighters should stop overcomplicating things and just make the fight happen. He expresses frustration with the constant statements and ego-driven comments like, "I'm the boss" or "I'm the landlord," arguing that fans want action, not politics. White makes it clear he would accept the fight immediately without hesitation, contrasting himself with the ongoing delay between Joshua and Fury. His message is blunt and emotional, reflecting the impatience within the boxing world as one of the biggest heavyweight fights continues to be talked about instead of signed.
He just said I'm the boss, I'm the landlord, and I don't know. He just says AJ stuff, just bollocks. Just say yes, it's the biggest fight in real boxing. Just say yeah, you let him get any younger, you let's get older. The fight's getting harder and harder to make. Just take the fight and just shut up. Just have the fight. That's the difference between me and him. I'll have it. I'll fucking have it. You don't need to go with me into a fight. I'll have it. You need to go with me and have it right away, you know? It makes sense.
Johnny Nelson stresses that the Fury versus Joshua fight remains the biggest showdown in boxing, but warns that time is running out. He points out how both fighters have had setbacks, retirements, and changing momentum, meaning the fight must happen soon before either man suffers another loss. Nelson argues that AJ should not even need a warm-up because of the magnitude of the occasion. He believes the fight is bigger than any other heavyweight matchup, including potential clashes involving Usyk. His message is clear: delay could destroy the hype, and boxing risks losing its most important heavyweight event.
But regardless of all the heavyweights around the world, it is the biggest fight in boxing to it, even now. But you can't leave it too long. You know, and we've had the Gypsies warning. AJ got turned over. Fury's been retired. Now that you've got the chance for this to happen, you can't leave it too long, because one of them lose. That is no longer the biggest fight in boxing.
So AJ doesn't get a warm-up.
And you know what? I think AJ and Fury is bigger than anybody you put in with Usyk.
Amir Khan praises Tyson Fury's return to form, saying he looked sharp, confident, and back to his best after a long break from the ring. He believes this performance sets up the perfect moment for a mega fight with Anthony Joshua, calling it one of the biggest possible events in British boxing history. Khan highlights Fury's aggressive energy, especially his face-off mentality, suggesting he is actively pushing for AJ. The excitement is clear in his tone as he sees the fight potentially happening next. He finishes by emphasizing how massive and game-changing this clash would be for the sport and its global audience.
Tyson Fury was fantastic today. He boxed really well, and it's great to see that he's back on the scene again. And obviously, he boxed so well today, 2 years out the ring or something like that. I think he's back now, where we want to see that mega fight now with him and AJ. I think that fight could be next for both of them. What a massive fight that would be for British boxing, and let's see where it goes, man.
Sugar Hill praises Tyson Fury's performance, focusing less on technical boxing and more on his mindset and enjoyment in the ring. He explains that Fury looked happy, relaxed, and fully engaged as an entertainer, not just a fighter. According to him, this mental state is just as important as physical preparation, especially for big future fights like a potential clash with Anthony Joshua. He highlights Fury's ability to perform under pressure while still having fun, whether at press conferences or in training. His comments underline the idea that Fury's confidence and personality remain key weapons heading into the biggest challenges ahead.
I thought he did good. I thought he had fun. Things he had worked on in training camp. More importantly, just him being happy, being back an entertainer. Forget about boxing. He's an entertainer. Entertaining at the press conference, the weigh-ins, on the ride.
Tommy Fury believes the Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury showdown can still happen this year, but insists AJ needs to fully commit and stop delaying the process. He acknowledges Joshua has been through a lot recently, but argues that a tune-up fight is unnecessary and only slows down the biggest fight in boxing. Tommy stresses that this matchup should have already happened years ago and says both fighters are now running out of time. His message is direct and impatient, pushing for urgency and demanding that promoters stop waiting and finally deliver the heavyweight clash fans have been expecting for a decade.
Of course, definitely, I see it happening this year. If AJ gets his shit together, like I say, he's gone through a lot. I understand that, but I don't think a tune-up fight helps or doesn't help. Let's just get the fight on. It should have happened 10 years ago, you know. So hopefully he can get done.
Teofimo Lopez looks at the heavyweight picture and believes Anthony Joshua may need just one more fight before stepping into a massive clash with Tyson Fury. He points out that Joshua has been out of the ring for a long period, but still thinks the demand for this fight is huge and long overdue. While praising both fighters, Lopez notes Fury's recent performances and suggests he could be improving heading into a 12-round showdown. However, when pressed on a prediction, he slightly leans toward AJ edging it, showing just how close and unpredictable this potential super fight really is.
Yeah, I think that maybe one more fight and then the AJ for the end of the year this year. But I think that the people need it, man. It's been like long overdue. And but for Fury, seeing him the way he fought, he was getting his momentum here and there. And you know, I think in a 12-round fight now, coming into it, the next fight, I think we're going to see a better version of him.
What would you make of the Anthony Joshua fight? How would you see that one playing out?
I love Fury. I've always been a fan of Fury. I think that AJ might edge it.
Eddie Hearn outlines the current roadmap for Anthony Joshua, confirming plans for a warm-up fight in July before moving straight into a massive clash with Tyson Fury in November. He suggests the strategy mirrors other heavyweight paths, easing back into competition before stepping into the biggest possible challenge. Hearn makes it clear that this is the intended direction, keeping the Fury fight as the ultimate goal. The comments reinforce how carefully the negotiations are being managed, with timing and preparation seen as crucial. Everything now depends on execution, as fans wait to see if this long-awaited showdown finally becomes reality.
Netflix, everybody. So I think they'll be looking at a slightly easier option for Anthony Joshua to, like Tyson Fury had, with all due respect, and then move straight into that fight.
So you're looking at AJ fighting this warm-up in July and then Fury in November?
100%.
So that's the plan?
That's the absolute.
Carl Froch believes the biggest hesitation in the Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight does not come from Fury, but from AJ's side. He argues that the fight is inevitable and highlights Fury's recent strong performance as proof he is ready for another major challenge. Froch stresses that respect must be given to Fury for staying active and competitive. He also suggests that both fighters should have already come face to face to make the rivalry feel real. His comments reflect growing frustration in boxing as the heavyweight division continues to talk about a fight that fans desperately want to see.
The only person that don't want that fight, or sounded like they didn't want the fight, was Anthony Joshua. Talking about not stealing his thunder or whatever. I think the fight's going to happen. I think the fight is happening, and we're all looking forward to it. But Tyson Fury deserves respect, deserves credit, and yeah, we've got to acknowledge that he's just had a solid 12 rounds against a game opponent, and he got some good work in there, and that will set him up for the Anthony Joshua fight. And I'd like to see these two come together a little bit and just be face to face up close and personal, then you know it's real. And
Eddie Hearn strongly pushes back on the narrative that Tyson Fury controls the negotiations, arguing that Fury's history of demanding control is exactly why this fight has never been made. He insists Anthony Joshua is in a position of strength, suggesting Fury needs AJ just as much as AJ needs him. Hearn dismisses claims that Joshua is terrified, questioning what there is to fear in the current situation, and pointing to fan reactions as proof of confidence shifting. He remains convinced the fight will happen, but admits nothing is signed yet, keeping the heavyweight showdown in a frustrating state of limbo.
AJ called him the landlord in there. Is he just sick of the years of back and forth at this point?
Because he wants to call the shots, Fury. He always has done. And that's why the fight never happened. So AJ's just saying, look, you need me, you're calling me, and you'll get me. Yeah, the fight, very confident the fight will happen, but at the moment, nothing signed.
Fury said AJ's terrified. Obviously, you don't agree, but yeah, what do you make of that?
Terrified of what? That tonight? Yeah. You think you'd be terrified of that? Come on. Even Fury fans, as I was walking out tonight, not the same energy. They know.
So the big question now is simple. Will this mega fight finally happen, or will it stay trapped in negotiations and ego battles? If Tyson Fury gets the win in all these buildups, he walks into the spotlight as the proven leader of the heavyweight division, calling the shots and pushing everyone aside. But if Anthony Joshua shocks the narrative and takes control, it completely flips the division and silences every doubt about his comeback and mentality. And then there's the wildcard John Fury situation, the loud opinions, the pressure, the family tension, all adding more chaos to an already explosive story. Mentally, both AJ and Fury are at their sharpest, but only one can truly dominate when it matters. So who do you back in this all-British heavyweight war, Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua? Or drop your thoughts in the comments and join the debate.